Question 1. In California, when are drivers required to yield to pedestrians? C. In every situation. In California, every driver must yield to pedestrians whether or not they're in a crosswalk. This rule aims to ensure the safety of pedestrians.
If you want to pass DMV test in first time, you can download our iOS app for free. App contains 120,000 plus permit test questions, 523 plus cheat sheet questions, 350 plus traffic road signs, official handbook and FAQ. Includes all 51 states test. Even 98.5% people pass their test first time after using our app. You can find link in the description. Download app for free from App Store, which contains latest 2024 material licensed by official DMV team. Get 3 days free trial for a limited time. Let's get back to the video.
Question 2. If you're involved in a minor collision with an unattended vehicle, what should you do? C. Do both of the above. The law states that if you hit a parked, unattended vehicle, you must leave a note with your contact details and report the incident to the city police or the CHP in unincorporated areas. Question 3. What action should you take if fog and the use of wipers do not ensure a safe visibility? Pull off the road until conditions improve. The best and safest option would be to pull off the road and wait for conditions to improve, particularly if visibility is extremely poor. Question 4. If a blind pedestrian is waiting to cross at a crosswalk, you should C. Stop at the crosswalk and wait for the pedestrian to cross. It's important to stop at the crosswalk, allowing the blind pedestrian to cross safely before you proceed. Question 5. Who has the duty to understand the impact of medications on their driving ability? The person taking the medication. It is the individual's responsibility to understand how medications might affect their ability to drive. Question 6. At a speed of 25 mph, what is the minimum safe following distance behind an emergency vehicle with flashing lights? C. And none of the above. It is always illegal to follow within 300 feet of an emergency vehicle with its siren or flashing lights on, regardless of your speed. Question 7. If a traffic signal displays a green arrow, what does it mean? You may turn cautiously in the direction of the arrow. A green arrow indicates that you are allowed to turn in the direction in which the arrow is pointing. This is a protected turn. Oncoming vehicles are stopped at a red light, so you don't have to yield to them. Question 8. Who is given the right of way at an intersection without marked crosswalks? Pedestrians also have the right of way at unmarked crosswalks. Pedestrians have the right of way at both marked and unmarked crosswalks. Question 9. In California, what can you do while parked at a curb painted yellow? B. Load or unload passengers or freight. A yellow curb in California indicates a loading zone for passengers or freight. You're usually only allowed to stop long enough to load or unload. Question 10. How can you identify if passing other vehicles is allowed or not? You can identify it by examining whether the lane markings are solid or broken. Whether passing is permitted can often be determined by whether the lane markings are solid or broken. Question 11. What is indicated by two solid yellow lines running parallel between opposing lanes? C. Passing is prohibited in both directions. A double solid yellow line indicates that passing is prohibited in either direction. Question 12. While merging onto a highway, you should be driving? B. In pace with the freeway traffic. While merging onto the freeway, it's safer and recommended to be driving at or near the same speed as the traffic on the freeway, as long as you don't end up exceeding the speed limit. Question 13. What does a flashing red traffic signal stand for when you encounter it at an intersection? B. It signifies the same as a stop sign. A flashing red traffic light is the same as a stop sign. It requires a full stop before proceeding when it's safe. Question 14. A white curb typically signifies which of the following? A loading or unloading of passengers, but not freight. A white painted curb is meant for picking up or dropping off passengers, but not freight. Question 15. When must you alert law enforcement and submit an SR-1 form to DMV? if you're involved in a car accident that results in injury. You must file an SR-1 form if you are involved in an accident that results in death, injury, or more than $1,000 and in property damages. Question 16. In case a speed limit sign is not visible in a residential area, what is the default speed limit? To 25 mph. The state law in California dictates a standard speed limit of 25 miles per hour in residential areas, unless a different limit is clearly posted. Question 17. If you are using your high beams on a poorly illuminated road at night, when should you switch to low beams? When an oncoming vehicle is approaching. When an oncoming vehicle is within 500 feet, dim your headlights to prevent blinding the other driver. Question 18. To safely pass a vehicle traveling at 55 miles per hour on a 2-lane roadway with 1 lane in each direction, you should make sure there is enough room in the opposing lane to make the pass safely. To pass safely, you need to ensure that there is adequate space in the opposing lane to make the pass without endangering anyone, including yourself. Question 19. As a driver, what does a green arrow signal in a dedicated turn lane imply? C. All approaching vehicles and people on foot are halted by red lights. A green arrow in a dedicated turn lane typically means that all oncoming vehicles and pedestrians are halted by red lights, allowing for a safer turn. Question 20. Why must you watch for bicyclists in lanes used by motor vehicles? Because they hold the same road rights as drivers of motor vehicles. Bicycle riders must be looked for in the same vehicle lanes because they have the same rights as the operators of motor vehicles. Question 21. What's the purpose of the center lane in a two-way street? C. To make left turns or U-turns where permitted. The center lane on a two-way street is most commonly used for executing left turns or U-turns when allowed. Question 22. When parking your vehicle parallel to the curb on level ground, ensure that C. Your wheels are not more than 18 inches from the curb. When you park parallel to the curb on a level street, it is advised to have your wheels within 18 inches of the curb. Question 23. What's a reason to reduce your speed, even when you can confidently drive at the legal speed limit around a sharp curve? B. Unseen hazards could be present on the curve. Even when the curve can be navigated at speed, it's safer to decelerate in case of unseen obstructions or hazards. Question 24. What is the usual speed limit in a school zone when children are present? B. To 25 mph. In California, the speed limit is usually 25 miles per hour within 500 feet of a school while children are outside or crossing the street, unless otherwise posted. Question 25. If you are at an intersection and the traffic light has turned green, should you proceed? C. Yes, but first yield to any pedestrian or vehicle still in the intersection. As the light turns green, proceed with caution and allow any pedestrians or vehicles that are still within the intersection to get through it.
If you want to pass DMV test in first time, you can download our iOS app for free. App contains 120,000 plus permit test questions, 523 plus cheat sheet questions, 350 plus traffic road signs, official handbook and FAQ. Includes all 51 states test. Even 98.5% people pass their test first time after using our app. You can find link in the description. Download app for free from App Store, which contains latest 2024 material licensed by official DMV team. Get 3 days free trial for a limited time.